Are you struggling with Django REST Swagger not displaying your nested serializer correctly? It can be really frustrating when your expected output doesn't match what you see. But don't worry, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to solve this issue together. I completely understand how annoying it is when your API documentation doesn't reflect the actual data structure you want. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar challenges with Django REST Framework and Swagger. Here's the specific situation we're addressing. One user asked, "Why does my nested serializer show a list of strings instead of an array of objects in Swagger UI?" They provided their serializer code and expected output, which is a common scenario. Let's dive into this and find a solution. So, what could be causing this issue? The problem often lies in how the serializers are defined and how Swagger interprets them. We'll break down the serializers step by step to understand what's going wrong. And stick around, I have a crucial tip at the end that will help you avoid this issue in the future and improve your API documentation. To resolve the issue with the Swagger UI displaying the inner serializer incorrectly, the user should first ensure that the serializers are properly defined. The user needs to check that the price serializer is correctly referenced within the influencer serializer. Next, the user should verify that they are using the correct version of Django REST Framework and Django REST Swagger. It's important to ensure compatibility between these packages. Now, the user should modify the Swagger settings to ensure that nested serializers are displayed correctly. This can be done by customizing the schema generation. Finally, the user should regenerate the Swagger documentation to see the changes. This can be done by accessing the Swagger UI after making the adjustments. Fun fact, did you know that the first version of Django was released in 2005? Since then, it has evolved tremendously, but some quirks still remain, especially with documentation tools like Swagger. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution suggests that Django REST Swagger does not support nested serializers and lists. Instead, the user recommends using dar-fysg for better support. Here's the tip I promised. Always keep your libraries updated and check the documentation for any changes in how serializers are handled. This can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. With these steps, your nested serializer should now display correctly in Swagger UI. Remember, keeping your serializers well-defined and your libraries updated is key. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.